Welcome back to the show. It's time now for the most beloved segment that has grown more literal by the day. It's must win. Remember, everybody, we're not in math class. Oh, I actually ran the models, and it's not actually a must win. Well, 4 to 8%. No one cares. We're talking about a spiritual kind of vibe must win. First up, Bengals in Kansas City. Browning came back to earth, as Brew correctly predicted, and now he faces the reigning champs in a defense that didn't allow Aiden O'Connell to complete a pass for darn near 2 hours. I'm not even exaggerating. Mahomes at Arrowhead, sure thing. At least it used to be 40-9 all time, but all of a sudden 3-4. And teams are down, points are down, everything's down. What's going on here?
Yeah,
seems like you guys need fans. Shouldn't be ostracizing people. Brew, start with you. Must win.
Well, look, just if they lose this game, I still won't be like 100%. They can't reach the Super Bowl because of Patrick Mahomes. All right, but absolutely, spiritually speaking, this is a must-win. I said it yesterday. I think Travis Kelce and Mahomes, they've been great all year as far as protecting their teammates, but they're reaching a tipping point as far as I can tell. And if they lose, is Kelce going to throw a bench next time on the sidelines instead of his helmet? Is Mahomes, he's gone off on the refs? Is he going to go off on the media because he can't go off on his teammates? Like, they are, and even their play. Kelce's dropping, I know he's always dropped a few, but he's dropping some passes.
Sure.
Mahomes obviously is making some mistakes trying to overcompensate. So I think they need a win because their two best players, I think, are really getting completely frustrated.
For me, no, this is not a must-win.
Wow.
It's a must perform well if you're the offense. I mean, it's a must look better if you're Patrick Mahomes, to your point of if they're going to try to do something special, it's going to be on his shoulders. But this is not a must-win. They can't get the number 1 seed, which they're going to host one postseason game, and then from then on, it's going to be what can you do on the road.
So here's why it is a must-win.
That's
surprised.
very close, Greg.
Here's why it is a must-win. Give yourself the bye. They win this week, they're basically locked into the 3 seed. They can't fall to 4 if they win this week, and they're not going to climb to 1 or 2. And so I think Kelce is banged up. I think Kelce could use a week off. I think that what the Chiefs need to do in order for this to work, they need to not only win this week, they need the offense to look good and then have a week reset. Have a week reset where Mahomes, Kelce, everyone sits out week 18 because they're locked in to that spot, and then try to have, a fresh start come the postseason. And it's a must-win because, guys, if they lose and the Raiders beat the Colts, then all of a sudden the division's on the line in week 18.
That's wild.
Yeah, so it's a must-win. It's a must-win.
Pierce needs that job. The fact that that's even a conversation, draw off the contract. Arizona headed to Philadelphia. News today is that Kyler did not practice, so this is really a Bruce-specific lead since both he and Devontae Smith said the Eagles aren't playing their best. They are favored by double digits, but their margin of victory, an unspectacular 7.1. They only have 2 10-point wins, which is the lowest out of any playoff-bound team. So, Brew, must win? Must blowout win.
Blowout win. Especially if, it is, period. But if Kyler doesn't play, absolutely. Kyler can make things crazy. So, but, yeah, I want to see them get a win. And on one hand, I respect them coming out, and this has been now months, pretty much the whole season, and saying we're not playing well after wins. Even beating good teams, we're not playing well. So I love what Devontae Smith said. But at some point, I need them to win a game that they feel good about.
Yep.
I want 38-14 or something that they can feel good about after they feel, even if it's a bad team, we get it. They might have a backup quarterback. We get it. Blow them out. We need a blowout. So, yeah, must win.
I agree. This is a must win for all the reasons you just said. They have not, this season, gotten a win and felt good about it. Period. Like, they have not stood at the podium and said, that was a great win. I think we did a lot of great things. Now, there's always going to be things that you feel like you can correct. That's any game. It doesn't matter how great you play. But we haven't seen, coming from them, the feeling of, That's how we. That's the brand of football we want out there.
I'll take it a step further. I don't think Jalen has played a start-to-finish great game since October. So I think it is a must Jalen Hurts play great game. The Cardinals do not have a good defense. Now, if Kyler doesn't play, Cardinals are drawing dead. If Kyler does play, there's a one-score game in the fourth quarter.
Really?
Yeah, the Eagles' defense is terrible. So. There is no stat or metric you can find to say that the commentary the Chiefs' offense gets for being slightly above average, which is what they are. They're like 8th in yards and 12th in points, is exponentially more cutting than the commentary the Eagles defense gets for being 27th across the board.
That's true.
And so, yeah, I think anyone can score on them with their starting quarterback, but so that's going to happen regardless. Jalen Hurts needs to play great because his defense stinks. The back end in particular. They had Jonathan Gannon revenge game.
Yeah.
I just realized it. Jonathan Gannon revenge game.
And that's another thing.
What do you mean?
Well, he's not mad, is he?
I'm probably mad. They could have fired Sirianni for money.
Okay, last one. Brock Purdy in Washington. Brock coming off the worst game of his career, kind of benched for Sam Darnold. I don't know if we're officially calling that a benching or not.
No, he got a stinger. He wasn't benched.
But it
That's
felt
not
like he
fair.
could come in.
No, that's not fair.
Why are you stirring the pot?
Yeah, that's not
Guys,
fair.
I
If
said,
even Nick admits it wasn't a bench.
No.
I said kind of bench.
Yeah,
he had a
you're-
conversation with Kyle
you're kind
Shanahan,
of a doofus.
and Kyle's like, no, man, sit down.
You just called
You've
it a
thrown
bench
4
game.
interceptions.
Yeah.
Let Sam Darnold throw one.
Yeah.
And anyways, Commanders are not the Ravens.
But, no. By the way,
What?
Go ahead, sorry.
So look, here's the Ravens defense. It's excellent. Here's the Commanders defense. It's terrible.
Yeah.
So is this a impressive win?
By
for
the
Brock
way, how happy deep down was Brock Purdy that Darnold last pass was picked at the goal line instead of it being a touchdown? Oh boy, the content farm was ready for too quick to Steve Young, Sam Darnold scores. Last time Brock Purdy, if you guys remember, had a brutal game. The last game of the 3-game losing streak, the Cincinnati game, he started that Jags game off with what Kyle Shanahan said was the worst decision he'd made as a Niner. Now, it was a touchdown. You guys remember that was the play.
I disagree with that.
And then
I thought it was a sick pass.
Okay, that's fine. I'm telling you what his coach thought.
Right.
And so,
Coach
and then he ended up playing great the rest of that game. So I'm really interested, Brew, in how Purdy starts this game. Because I do think if Purdy turns the ball over early in this game, there's going to be a lot of internal and external alarm bells going off for him and for the team.
For what? And what's going to happen?
He's going to have shattered confidence going into the postseason as the 1 seed.
I thought you were going. Okay, you didn't go to. He's going. to
No. Of course, that ship has sailed. They probably should have done it 2 months ago, but they didn't have the guts.
This is what it is. No. Must play a clean game. It'd be great if he goes out and has 3 touchdowns and 270 yards, but he needs to be clean in a win. Even if he only throws 1 or 2 touchdowns, but no interceptions and makes good decisions, I think that's what they want to see.
I agree. It's a must play a clean game, but it's also a must win because of the stats that you put up. Wildes, the Commanders are absolutely terrible.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.